hello again, and for today, I'm coming at you with a brand new video, but because I am recording these in a speed limit, forgive me for having to hear some paper ruffling. So, here we are, boys and girls. We're back into ComicsGate for some reason. Don't ask me why, but apparently, it's now relevant again to talk about ComicsGate. It's been so long. It's been 4 years since I've made ComicsGate videos. In fact, one of my final ComicsGate purchases finally came in the fucking mail, and it's been a huge embarrassment on that creator for that book to have taken fucking 5 years. I'm like, what the fuck, lady? Like, you can't blame the fact that, oh, you were a student, so therefore you didn't really take it seriously enough. It's like, no, dude, you were in the business of trying to make a business venture, and you fucking didn't know what you were doing. At least with the students who make student projects on crowdfunding sites, they have wiggle room to be like, yeah, no, this is, if I get a job, then I'm not gonna, obviously put any time into this, which, that's stupid, but it's the problem of being young. It's not a problem of going into business for yourself. So it's just like, yeah, I'm amazed that we have to talk about ComicsGate in 2024, but you know what? Here we are. So, yeah, all the momentum behind CG is now officially dead. I blame War Campaign for it. I also blame Ethan Van Piever, who is still a closet homosexual and is constantly shifting alliances between people, and that's why, like the High Council went down without Jeremy and Jeff Hicks, and fucking, yeah, he like kind of threw Jeff Hicks under the bus by not standing by his boy and being like, oh yeah, he put in some student work, oh, big deal. But there's a reason why, and it is the ego of Ethan Van Piever why we do now have to talk about the new ComicsGate, which is the GriftaVerse. It's not the RippaVerse, it's the GriftaVerse. Hard A. So, why do we need to talk about the RippaVerse as the GriftaVerse? Well, it's because Eric July has now entered the comics business with ISOM #1, a book that sold millions, and yet for some reason you can still buy a first print run issue A, which, if you know anything about comics collecting, is the original cover of that book. It's kind of obvious that I'm leading up to the fact that this book is trash, but if you didn't take the hints already, ISOM #1 is a trash book, so is ISOM #2, but we'll get there. But all of the sycophants, all of Eric July's friends, all of his business partners are silent on the fact that he wrote a piece of shit and didn't proofread it, didn't get any form of critique. He just kind of pumped something out immediately to capitalize on what he, as a libertarian, kind of sees as a void in the market. And what is that void? Apparently, a superhero that goes around just beating people up and having really boring dialogue with all of these quote-unquote characters. I mean, the Dick and Vito dissertation on ISOM #1 may well go down as the funniest thing Dick has ever done since the LOL suit, and the funniest thing Vito has ever done since he used to go around to fucking like the Antifa and Proud Boys protests and hand out Pepsis, like that stupid Kendall Jenner commercial. But yeah, so they tag teamed on this. Vito read it first. Vito gave his thoughts. Dick said, I'm gonna go find a copy of this thing and get my hands on it. Dick laid into it like really rough, like was just like it was obvious to him as someone who's done creative shit that this guy has never done anything creative in his fucking life, and he should have had it proofread. He should have had, people wanting to look into it and be like, oh yeah, no, here's what you can do to make this better. And Eric July's ego is just as big, if not bigger, than Ethan Van Piever's, and now we are at the precipice of a gay fucking war. So yeah, you can buy ISOM #1 on clearance right now. And it's really funny because ISOM 2 can also probably be bought on clearance at this point. I don't know where we are in the timeline of release schedule. I haven't really checked up since I initially wrote these notes. But essentially, in between all of this, Eric July freaks out at everybody, obviously. I mean, he's got low impulse control. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, of course, Ethan Van Piever notices what's going on. Of course, he checks into the situation of what is the ISOM book. And, of course, even he, a comics veteran, who I would have honestly said, even though I don't like him anymore, yeah, that should have been a person Eric July consulted. I think that would have been a really easy connection to make between Jeremy and Ethan, and from Eric to Jeremy Griggs of Geeks and Gamers to fucking Ethan Van Piever. They could have worked that out, and they could have, obviously Eric didn't want to cut him in on it because he would have figured, oh, that guy's going to want to cut my money. It's like, no, that if you just go to him and be like, hey, I need some honest criticism, tell me what I'm doing good and bad, I would like to gauge this before I put it out there in the world. And, if it's really bad, then yeah, I'm going to have to delay it. But I'll take that on the chin and work on any feedback I need to be better. I would appreciate, because this thing is making me a lot of money right now. But no, fucking Ethan takes a look at it, fucking rips it apart, says, it's bad, it's got bad angles, it's got this, that, the other. I don't remember where, the best part of this is with the 3D assets came in, but he definitely did critique the art. And so, the moral of the story is that the moment Eric July gets any criticism, unlike all of the targets of his own critiques, he really can't fucking take it, dude. He is like a Maddox level character, bro. As I personally have talked to Justin Wang about, that guy is the next fucking Maddox, bro. Like, all it is going to take is enough spurgouts, enough lawsuits for him to just fucking go bald, like, entirely. Like, even down to his fucking gay beard, his cum rag beard. And yeah, it'd be game over for Eric July. So, it's mad funny. From what I remember from the Nick Rekieta stream, I'm pretty sure Nick brought in both Eric and Ethan, and they duked it out. It was really funny. I will have it obviously linked in the sources section in the comments. But holy fucking shit. Dude. This Eric July guy, once again, he just can't take the heat. He should have stayed out of the fucking kitchen, or at the very least, done what he did for his next book, which I don't know enough about Alpha Core, but apparently it's better. He got Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett to sign on and make that for him. Honestly, you should have just fucking hired Chuck Dixon to do the whole goddamn thing. I think it would have been just fine. And then, it's like he makes bad business decisions because he wants to be at the center of it. It's like, dude, all you had to do was just create the characters. Just create, like, fact sheets. Apparently he didn't even do that really well, because there's descriptions of these characters, and they just do not tell you anything about who the fuck they are, other than, like, maybe their power types and maybe their appearance. And that's it. He just doesn't know how to do any of this. And it's, like, fascinating, because it's like, oh, don't you write lyrics for Backwards? Oh, didn't you write lyrics for Fire from the Gods? Oh, weren't you this, like, metalcore vocalist guy that, could be creative? It's like, yo, no, dude, his music sucks ass. I don't know if you've actually heard Backwards, but fucking sucks, dude. So, yeah, they signed on to do a book. It was discovered that his artist used 3D assets. Not good. And now that's all anyone talks about with the ISOM books, or with any of the books. It's just, find the 3D assets. And then he hired women to write the women book. Shocker. It's like, this guy has no original thoughts, and he's also parroting the people that he apparently hates when he does shit like, oh yeah, hire women to write and illustrate the women book, when it's like, dude, doesn't it not matter? Shouldn't it be about who's the best talent? And it's like, yo, if I want the best talent, I would want, like, Jan Dursema anyway. I would, like, go out and find, like, who could do stuff like John Romita Jr., who could do stuff like Klaus Janson, who could really do stuff like Frank Miller, or whatever, like, my influences are. First off, I'd categorize my influences, and then be like, yeah, let's go find creatives that can deliver, and who have also been wronged recently, to get them, a gig, essentially. Because now that he has all this money from his fucking warehouse, and, oh yeah, I forgot that apart in the Dick and Vito show. One of Dick's fans fucking it was property, and he went full proprietarian retard mode about it. Oh my god, dude, the guy's such a fucking lolcow. But yeah, man, like, that was a great part of the saga that I almost totally forgot in this video. But yeah, dude, I mean, the Saska sisters thing, they're degenerates, they're freaks, they should not be anywhere near this property, and they made a fucking trailer, and Eric July's talking about it like, it's the next greatest thing since the return of Jesus Christ. And it's just like, bro, they made you a proof of concept video. They didn't even make you a real trailer for the book. They made you a proof of concept for this character. But I will get to more of what I think that was for in the conclusion, because he was also at MegaCon. I think there are, if not the full clip, there are actual individual clips of just him talking at the Geeks and Gamers Nerdrotic Friday Night Tights panel, where they invited him as a special guest, and then he's like going around MegaCon selling RippaVerse shit, fucking trying to talk to my nigga, fucking the one old editor-in-chief from Marvel Comics before, not that Ralph Macchio took over, you know, the one who's like in charge of the Jim Shooter. Yeah, he's talking to Jim Shooter, and Jim's like, I really like what you're doing, I would love to help you out. Jimmy's not going to actually let you. As stupid as that is, he's not going to actually take any of your advice. He's going to pretend that he's the smartest guy in the room when he's really fucking like IQ 48 retarded. Which is stupid, because again, he should be taking all the advice that he possibly could from all these, you know, great creatives. It's like, dude, if you surround yourself with greatness, it will elevate you. You know, you can't fake it till you make it if you surround yourself with great people. You know, it is possible. And yeah, and obviously there's Horseman, which that was a great 5-minute meme, dude. I'm just like, yeah, he's Horseman like a chess character. It's like, dude, he looks like he's wearing a fucking horse gimp mask. Like, did you think this through? Because I don't think you thought this through like you think you thought this through, nigga. But anyway, I think a lot of this GriftaVerse, RippaVerse, whatever you want to call it, verse shit, is essentially Eric's attempt to make licensable characters to be able to monetize in perpetuity, or for at least, you know, his lifetime. Because, you know, he's always done the monetize your haters thing, which he stole from Jordan Peterson, where it's like, oh, you know, if they say something about my shit, I'm gonna make merch about it. It's like, so that's how the meme of what's your favorite part of ISOM originated, which every time I ask it personally, it's a genuine question, because I do want to know. I really do want to know. I want to know something that isn't culture war related as to why you like that book. It's not good. It, in fact, reminds me of fucking the Lady Alchemy book that, you know, one person was going to do it one way. They left because Martina's a fucking idiot. The people she got recently, you know, delivered something, but it's an incomprehensible mess. And, I mean, at least it's pretty, but it's like, goddamn, dude, like, you tried to fucking salvage this when you should have just, like, refunded everybody, because clearly you are not a business person, and all you're gonna do is just talk about how much you've been canceled, and how nice my mommy milkies are. I mean, they're nice tits, but it's like, lady, like, can you fucking stop? Like, we get it. You used to be a burlesque performer, and then you got canceled for being one of the first to be a Trump supporter. It's like, just shut up. Like, no one cares anymore. You can't grift on it anymore, dude. So yeah, that's the main thing of the GriftaVerse, is that this smells so foul. This smells worse than when fucking War Campaign was trying to put out books. This smells worse than when fucking Cash Grab was made with Cecil and Nurkish, and then Nurkish left, stopped making content altogether, even though he was one of the better ComicsGate creators as far as on the YouTube side, and fucking Cecil just outed himself to be a fat drunk that, you know, was worthless, and all he really had was just being friends with Ethan Van Piever. And yeah, you know, Ethan Van Piever just somehow found a way to be relevant again, and somehow found a way to make me want to buy the 90s fucking Cyberfrog action figure. You faggot asshole. Stop that. I don't need that shit in my life, dude. But no, I think this video's gone long enough for once, which is nice. So, in conclusion, I think the GriftaVerse is something to keep an eye on. I think it's going to reignite ComicsGate tensions again, if not slightly. I mean, some of the people that are on my side of being against ComicsGate, but also being against commies, have come back to somewhat relevance on Twitter because they also see fucking what's going on with RippaVerse, and it's just like, yo, like, the RippaVerse goalposts account is just constantly posting cope, and it's like, dude, you can within 5 minutes easily take apart their argument for whatever tweet they put out. It's pathetic. And to me, this one's more pathetic because you don't have a troll army behind you, Eric. You just have, like, normie fucking comics fans who are sick and tired of political content and just want a good book, and you're still not getting one. I don't know if Vito's book would be a good book, a Super Killer, whatever it's called. I know fucking Sitch and Adam's book is gonna suck. Supervillains Anonymous. It's like, yo, Adam is not that good of a filmmaker, not that good of a screenwriter, and Sitch is just a Jewish liberal shill, or neoliberal shill, more precisely. But it's just like, yeah, they're not gonna deliver anything. But it does reignite the tensions, it does reignite interest, so in the meantime, I will keep tabs, but for now, I think this is going to do it for this commentary. And yeah, so once again, we'll see what happens, but I'm not sure as of yet. I think whatever does happen, expect mad lulls. Expect mad lulls just coming out of Eric July's ear holes. So, to Eric July, to RippaVerse Comics, to all of the Rippatards, you better tread lightly, because now we are into the GriftaVerse, and once he takes your money, you're not getting it fucking back.